As I live and breathe.
As you live and as you breathe.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Sunday's live show here on youtube.com/ImprovGaming.
I don't. What are you doing with your voice? What is that? What's that thing you're doing?
We come to you live every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
You've been watching way too many of our videos.
Why?
Because I feel like you're upset with the way your voice sounds, sir. Pete, that brings me to my question this week.
When do we ever start with the question?
I had to throw you for a loop, sir. What are your thoughts on when you hear your own voice? We do this. We have it recorded, and we're on YouTube all the time. So, what are your thoughts whenever like you're not watching, right? Like, let's say it's playing in the background or somebody's playing it, and you just hear your own voice go like in the background. You're like, oh God, is that me, or are you the type that's like, yes, that's right, that's my voice. That's what I sound like. Listen to my forgot the word. Ambrosia of the ears.
Sounds like a very good topic for a casual conversation.
I'm gonna take that response and the sound of that response as a no. I'm completely upset with the sound of my voice whenever I hear it.
No. To be honest, no. I've always doing stand-up back in the day in the city. We would always have to record ourselves so we can work on material, see what got a laugh, tweak certain things, stuff like that. So I've always not liked the sound of my voice because I'm like, I was like, I hate, because I'm the biggest critic of my own, like, because I'll hear a joke and be like, I should have said it like this. Oh, they laughed at that. I should have noticed more,
Mm-hmm.
Certain things when I watch the YouTube videos that we do, I'm like, should have said it differently. Should have done this. So it's more of me beating up myself up. But we'll get into that. We have a big show today, Nick.
Big show? How big, Pete?
Not crazy big, but we have a lot of things to go over. So welcome to our live Sunday episode. Every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Back to the old format. A couple weeks we had some guests on.
Yeah. Well, I was on vacation. Took a nice trip out to Virginia.
It was very nice.
With the missus. It was absolutely fantastic. It was the best 9 days of my life. 9 days of my life.
Well, you came back early.
But it was still the best 9 days. And throwing you for the loop at the end was the cherry on top.
Oh, of course. You like to do it back at me. No, we had two great guests from Sketch Improvers. You have Michael Sangoria. Definitely check him out. And then, of course, Elizabeth, who's a big Pokemon Go fan. You can check all that out. Some good videos all over there. But we're back to our usual crazy Sunday live show where anything can happen. But we have a nice little top news stories of the week, topic of the show, whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to jump right into it and say, remember about Improv Play. You can friend us all on the Video Gamers consoles. See, this is why I needed to change my voice. I had a whole voice. I was actually tempted to do the Joker, all Heath Ledger's Joker for the whole episode.
I would like to see you try that, sir.
Maybe next week. But Improv Plays is basically where you can add us on the video game consoles, whether your preferred method be the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, or the Nintendo Switch, of course.
What was that last one?
Nintendo Switch.
Okay, all right.
I never got
the Nintendo Switch.
The Nintendo Switch. Copyright now. So, of course, I'm C. Charisma over on PlayStation. He's Profcott on PlayStation. He does not pay attention to his Xbox.
No, today I actually dusted it off. But it wasn't to play it. It was literally to dust it off.
Was there a lot of dust?
There was quite an accumulation. You know what I did do today? I plugged in the charging base for those controllers that I have.
For the Xbox?
For the Xbox One, yes.
Was it like, thank you, Nick?
Yeah. I guess that's a good way to put it.
So, of course, you can add us all over there. And, of course, I'm Improv153 on Xbox One. Nick, I'm going to start with you. Have you been playing any games? Because I've been playing.
I haven't been playing anything. Again, I've been mainly focused on kind of getting all these behind-the-scenes things kind of situated and cleaned up. And since we kind of changed up the format of our regularly scheduled show, not the live show, but the pre-recorded stuff.
Tuesday and Thursday, youtube.com/ImprovGaming.
Wasn't a plug, but okay. I've been like brainstorming kind of methods on how to go in line with that new format, and I haven't really thought of anything quite yet. Creativity can't be rushed, and perfection certainly can't. Not that I'm perfect, but I do the best I can.
You are perfect. Nick, just to name a few games, I've played 6 different games this week.
6 different games this week? Is that a game a day, sir?
And I also got 3 platinums this week.
I have a feeling those 3 games are Telltale games.
None are Telltale.
Oh, fuck you. No, they're not.
Yeah.
I doubt that you platinum.
None are
Any
Telltale.
of them indie?
2 are indie.
2 are indie.
3 are indie.
3 are in. Okay. so you got 3 indie titles.
A lot of stuff going on. So
3 indie platinums.
So let me talk to you what I've been playing. Splatoon 2.
Okay.
Continuing, chugging on, enjoying it.
Uh-huh.
Also picked up Batman Season 2.
Batman Season 2.
Played the first episode.
Did you? Oh, just the first episode?
Yeah, there's only 1 episode.
Okay.
Very good. Very highly recommended. If you haven't played the original Batman Season 1, definitely go check that one out. But Season 2, definitely very strong, just as good as the first episode. You had big decisions. You have consequences. I liked the whole Riddler, what they did with Riddler. I enjoyed the teases they had throughout the whole game. You know, especially at the end, you get a little hint at somebody coming, and it's kind of cool how you see it. So something you would really enjoy.
Okay.
So I'm very excited to jump into episode 2. What else I got? My Name is Mayo.
My Name is Mayo.
Got 2 platinums this week from My Name is Mayo.
2 platinums?
1 on Vita and 1 on PlayStation 4.
Oh my god. Can't believe that counts as 2 platinums. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, PlayStation. What is it?
You want to know the game?
No, Pete. I just asked you what Mayo is. I want to know what My Name is Mayo is.
You tap a mayo jar.
How many times do you have to tap it to get a platinum, Pete?
10,000 times. Each game. 10,000 times. But you have to put different outfits on the jar of mayo.
I don't know if that counts as a platinum, Pete. Those two shouldn't count as platinums.
Sorry, there's a platinum trophy, sir. I also platinum, which you will appreciate. Life is Strange.
Okay.
I finally went back. I said, it's a disservice. I haven't platinum one of my favorite games in recent memory, so I went back, platinum it.
Okay.
I also played Enter the Gungeon.
Okay, how's that?
Roguelike. Me and Joe were playing it. You could check out
I saw the live stuff.
You can check it out on twitch.tv/improvcap for the little video of us trying to figure out how to play Enter the Gungeon, and it's quite entertaining. I almost killed Joe many, many times. But then I said to myself, Nick, you know what, Pete? You haven't done enough. And there was this...
You were talking to yourself, Pete?
Yeah, of course. I always talk
to in this depth?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You know what, Pete? Looking in the mirror as you brush your teeth in the morning.
You know what? You're a sexy man. But, I decided to get a collector's edition of a game, sir.
Oh my god, you're ridiculous. What'd you get?
Something.
I already know the answer to this question, but what'd you get?
What do you think? Because it's not what you think.
It's not what I think?
No.
Okay.
You're never gonna guess it, even if you tried.
Isn't it that game that everybody's talking about?
Hellblade?
Yeah, Hellblade or whatever the fuck that is.
Digital.
That's only digital?
We'll get to Hellblade. We will get to Hellblade, don't you worry.
Okay, so then what'd you get? Collector's edition.
The collector's edition of Sonic Mania.
Why?
Because, Nick, I'm going to tell you what it comes with.
Okay, sure. I mean, people do care. Like, I don't. But
we're going to do one unboxing, don't worry.
People do
when
care.
When Walmart sends it in fucking a month later when it's after the release date, you get a 12-inch classic Sonic statue featuring a Sega Genesis base.
Okay.
Flip the power switch to trigger the Sega startup audio.
Okay.
Also comes with a metallic card, downloadable code, a Sega cartridge with a golden ring inside.
Okay.
Would you like to see a picture, Nick?
Is this a Nintendo game?
Yes, I got it for the Switch.
Well, yeah.
But it also is for Xbox and PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
PC.
So it's not just a Nintendo
I'm going to show you,
game.
Nick. Yeah, Nick.
My book's in the way.
You want to gaze at this beautifulness. You can check it out.
I don't care. I mean, you've got the Sega Genesis, and you power it on, and then it does the whole little Sega thing. I can see the cartridge there. You slide out. I'm wondering if the cartridge is actually playable on a real Sega console. That would be interesting. And then you've got 2 Pokemon cards. I mean, Sonic collector's cards.
Are you not a fan, Nick?
No, I'm not.
You would be. You hater.
No, I'm not. I'm not a fan. Just a bunch of shit to junk up your place with. That's all.
You know I love me and my statues.
I know. But like the rest of the shit, like you'll lose that in a week. Collector's cards going in the trash. You're not gonna even look at that thing. The ring. God forbid you ever carry. Like if you were to ever carry that around you, like you'd lose it. Like that's it. Gone. Gone. With the business that you're in, gone instantly. You're looking for something, it falls out of your pocket, and boom, the rats have it.
The rats. It's quite a heavy book. So this game comes out on Tuesday. We'll get to that soon with the new releases at the end of the show. But I tried to pre-order it, and Nick, it's very hard to pre-order 3 days before for a collector's edition.
No shit, it's pretty hard.
So I found it at Walmart.
And they're sending it to you for God knows how long later.
September 26th. That's a month later.
Yeah.
And I said to the gentleman when I called customer service, I said, you realize that this game comes out in 3 days. Why is it taking so long? He goes, well, in recent memory with the Super NES Classic, we've had some issues with pre-orders. So just bear with us. Okay. And I was like, that's your answer?
Yeah, with the Super NES Classic, like they launched the fucking pre-order like a month ahead of time.
Yep. So besides getting my 3 platinums this week, we're getting to Hellblade in just 1 second. Don't worry. But I also want to shout out to How Do I Jump?
Oh yes, that's right. You did a thing.
I was on episode 166 of The Weekly Jump from How Do I Jump. It's on podcast services around the net, and you can check it out. We talk about Devil May Cry. We talk about some good stuff. We talk about Hellblade. It's a good show. Very good. Check these guys out. And don't worry, Peter, you're coming. He was supposed to come today, but you know what? He's so busy. He can't have time for us.
That's okay. That's okay, Pete. We see how it is. I'm watching you, Pete. I'm watching you. Finally.
Let's get to topic of the show.
Topic of the show.
Hellblade, Sensua's Sacrifice.
Hellblade, Sensua's Sacrifice.
Impressions.
I don't have any.
I have a lot.
Okay, so you played the game. What is it? What exactly is the game?
Amazing.
Describe it for the people.
Hello, people. First of all, get your appetizer a little bit. It could be my game of the year.
Okay, why don't you tell the people what the fuck the game is?
Okay, so on Hellblade, I'm just going to call it Hellblade for the thing. Hellblade is, it's very hard to explain without spoiling a lot. Basically, you play this, I don't want to spoil too much, it's going to be very light. You play as this character who's going through these mental issues. Recommended with a headset. Because what you do is you put on...
What kind of a game is it, Pete?
Like,
he's like, I don't want to explain too much without, and then I'm just gonna deep into narrative. Like, what kind of game? What genre game is it, sir?
It's hard to explain.
What do you mean it's hard to explain?
It's an adventure.
Does it include a blade?
Yes.
Okay, so action.
But it's not as actiony as you would think. It's not like a hack and slash.
Okay, that's why I said action, not hack and slash.
Think of For Honor. Remember playing For Honor? Think of For Honor mixed with puzzle solving and storytelling.
Okay, so God of War with less action.
Yes, I will give you that. But a lot less action. No quick times, very, very personal story.
Quick time is not action. Quick time is quick time. Puzzles are puzzles. Action is action.
You know? I enjoyed the other 2 guests we had before you came back.
Well, I'm back, bitch.
So it's a very immersive experience. By what I mean by this is when you bring up the title screen, it says this game is recommended for headphones.
Okay.
And I'm going to say this at night. So you put on, say, like a Turtle Beach, which I have. What happens is it plays with an
action and adventure hack and slash video game.
It's not hack and slash.
Well, that's what it says. Action, adventure, hack and slash. And you know what adventure means? You solve puzzles. That's why you say action adventure.
It's tough.
It's an independent AAA game
from Ninja Theory, behind Odyssey of the West, Devil May Cry.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good games.
I'm sure there's better titles that you can name than just those. Really? Am I gonna have to do this?
What? Those are the two they're known for. Why are you so mean?
Because I feel like they're known for other things
They
besides
are.
that. Like better things.
Go and let me enjoy this conversation.
Okay. Heavenly Sword.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a release title. DMC is
Which
like
I
people
named.
like despise that. That's not a
I enjoyed it. Oh, thank
Disney
you.
Infinity. Hey, I'm just saying. All right, more people bought that than the other ones.
So
I thought that they were behind Little Ninjas. Who was behind Little Ninjas? Do you remember that?
not Ninja Theory, because why would Ninja Theory do?
No, I thought that they were behind that.
Anyway, so this story is about Norse mythology, and it's this girl going basically into hell.
So it's literally God of War.
Can I explain the fucking game, you motherfucker? So she goes to a very hellish journey with
I love getting him frustrated.
I know.
You're so frustrated. So frustrated.
You're taking it. Basically, it deals with psychotic and mental illness.
Okay.
Yeah, now you're shut up. And it's fascinating because when you put on the headsets throughout the whole game, you have these voices talking through you for each headset. So if you put it on a TV,
you're not gonna get the experience.
you're not going to get the experience. But it's like, well, so then when you're in a little fight, it's like you'll hear dodge, no, run away, attack now, attack, and you have all these voices going in your head.
That's awesome.
Yeah, fuck
That's
you.
awesome. That's an awesome concept. All right.
So,
all
and
right.
then you're battling with these basically voices, and as you go in, you have 4 major bosses. I've defeated 1. And let me just say, the first boss, incredible.
Okay.
Incredible. And the story is just so good because you can tell this girl is going through hell to basically get back the person she loves and cares about. I don't want to spoil too much. This is a game you have to experience on your own. Okay. The first scene is basically her going down a river in a canoe, and it's the voices talking, saying, you have to turn back. And this is how it sounds. You have to turn back. No, she has to go. She has to turn back now. And like it's this constant battling, and like at some point she gets overwhelmed, and you see it in and the mocap is great. The acting is fantastic. And you see it in her face where it's like,
is it motion capture? Is it all
yes.
motion capture?
Yep.
All right.
It's actually, from what I understand, the girl who Senua, the main character, was basically voiced and mocap by one of the developers of the game.
Okay.
Like one of the creative.
Yeah.
So it's very cool, and it's something you don't expect.
Okay.
And I mean,
my question to you, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
How much of like the voices in your head is actually a gameplay mechanic? So like you're telling me when you're in the middle of a fight, you hear whispers of dodge, attack, get out of the way, run away. Like how much of that is actually like if you dodge when they say dodge, you are going to dodge at the perfect time. So I'm asking how much of the voices are actually part of the game mechanics instead of just audio.
No. Well, you have a block button, and like so if you're getting a sword swung down at you, you'll hear like block. But you'll see it coming down, and you'll know when to block. It's time based. But it's something where, and I ran into this with the first boss. It's very hard not to spoil here, so but basically there's a mechanic that I wasn't doing, and then they started yelling at you because I wasn't figuring out the mechanic, and they're like, beep, 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 because I don't want to say anything. And they're and it's getting stronger, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And it's all these and it's just so atmospheric where you're walking along and it's just these constant voices, and then like I said, when you battle, it's like attack, no, don't attack, go back, turn around, it's not worth it. It's like these voices where you're like hearing their own story being like, no, this is too dangerous for you, but you have to go and it's just a very fascinating, like I don't want to say psychedelic, but in that vein where it's like it's been a game I haven't experienced, Nick. And the combat, it's not the best combat in the world, but I have a soft spot for swords, and and it's just the combat when you break an attack and you block it, just the sound and like how she goes and you can run and stab, and like it's like Dark Souls where it's Dark Souls-esque where one enemy, it's a problem, but you could take care of it. 2 enemies, all right, now 3 enemies, then you're like, okay, things are getting bad. Now, the cool thing is, which is going to sell Nick again, it's warned you in the beginning of the game that if you die, she's corrupt. No, she's corrupted.
Oh, yeah.
And if you die too many times, it will delete your save. And you have to stay from the beginning.
It won't.
It won't?
No, it won't.
Why?
Because it's been confirmed that it doesn't delete your actual save.
Well, it did for me, Nick.
Did it really?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
I died midnight. But even
it's been confirmed that it doesn't delete your save.
well, there was.
It's a scare tactic that they use.
Well, it's also I saw.
And it depends on how far along in the game you are. Like, it's literally the amount of corruption you can have on the character is triggered by how far along in the game. There's trigger points for how far along your corruption can go. So maybe towards the end of the game, all of a sudden it'll delete your file if you die too much. But
well, the fascinating thing, and I don't think this spoils too much, is basically she's going to save this person, but in that regard, she's dying herself.
Mm-hmm.
So she's getting infected, so to speak, and like facing this first boss. And you can face whoever you want, whenever you want. It's very open like that.
It's very Mega Man.
And it's like you just see it like scaling up her arm, and I'm like, this is awesome. And like I said, it's more exploring. And I want to platinum this game, Nick. But this brings me up to
how much is the game?
$30.
$30. Okay.
I got this when I got My Name is Mayo. Shout out to my platinum trophy, and I am 2 platinum trophies, and My Name is Mayo. You're definitely gonna look it up after this and be like, "You son of a bitch, this doesn't count." You're gonna say Telltale counts over this game.
I mean, yeah, I already know that because all you had to do is tap a mayo jar
10,000 times.
Whatever.
And put outfits on it.
I don't care.
Anyway,
it doesn't matter.
It does matter to some people.
No, it doesn't.
Anyway, Greg Miller has this trophy, so if it's acceptable for him, it's acceptable for me. Yeah. Anyway, so
I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm thinking. All right?
So I need your honest opinion.
My honest opinion about
Hellblade. Now, you're going to get mad at me.
I don't have an opinion. I haven't played the game.
No, you'll see. The trophy list is obtainable.
Mm-hmm.
There's one trophy, though, that will stop me from getting a platinum.
Why?
I'm getting into it in a second. I got to build a suspense.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. So, it's basically like similar to Telltale, but you go through certain motions and you get trophies. However, there's one where you have to do a collectathon.
Okay.
You have to get 44 of these little shrine things, and then it does a secret ending, but more importantly, it does the last trophy, so I would be able the platinum trophy.
I mean, that's better than 100 in GTA 3 and 900 in Legend of Zelda. So 44 doesn't sound too bad.
But the thing is, I can't go back. So
you would have to play again, right?
Yes. But I'm 45 minutes to an hour in. No, about an hour and a half, I would say. Game's about 7 hours. Completion is 9 hours. So my thought process is this.
Well, why can't you go back? If completionist is 9 hours.
Yeah, it's complicated. It spoils the story.
Okay.
So
there was something in the beginning. There was a prologue that you had to collect something in.
It's the one boss I defeated. Basically, you had to do something before you defeated him. I did not know this, and now that he is defeated, it mutes all the fucking other ones. So my thought process is, and if it's all right with you, Nick, and with you guys out there, I'm going to possibly restart because I'm very early in.
Yeah, why not?
And then just have a site up just to be like, okay, there's X amount of collectibles in this area, X amount here, and
that's fine. I mean, you can make up whatever excuse for your amount of corruption. That's fine.
Christine said you were going to say that.
Christine knows me so well.
But going back to really the plot, this game is fascinating because it just...
I mean, it sounds fascinating, but there's been games that I've played that you've described that I'm just like, Pete really oversold the fuck out of this game.
Remember Spec Ops: The Line?
Okay.
How it messed with like your mind?
Yeah.
It's same on that. And it just...
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like when you block at the right time and the way that she moves, and then Pete's exaggerating this point.
It's cool because
like every time I've ever blocked, like for me the best block / dodge ever has been Bayonetta. Ever.
No.
By far.
You're wrong, sir.
By far.
Hellblade is my favorite.
But in terms of animation, in terms of the block and dodge, Bayonetta has blown me out of the water.
I think you have to check out some gameplay of this because, like I said, it's just very. It's not a combat game as much as they say it. It's more exploring.
They say action
story.
adventure.
Yes,
hack and
you,
slash.
Nick. Thank you, Nick.
So when you're in your action part, it's hack and slash.
Thank you, Nick.
When you're in your adventure part, it's puzzle solving.
Thank you, Nick.
No problem. I just wanted to describe genres to you. I mean, you only run a YouTube channel about video games. I figured maybe you should know some definitions.
Yes, but I understand it's a hack and slash. I get that, guys. But when you play it, you understand that.
Yeah, it's not an intense hack and slash. You're not constantly hack and slashing. But when you are fighting, you are hack and slashing.
Okay, thank you, Nick. There is one cool thing that I have to say.
Bloodborne is a hack and slash.
When I faced the first boss, this boss has a projectile. And I was like, and so I kept dodging. And I was like, I wonder something. So he sends a projectile.
Smacked it back at him.
And I smacked it right back at him. And I go, well, that felt good. Okay. So do you think that honestly, do you think I should replay and...
No, yeah. I mean, to get the collectibles, you want to platinum the game, then you got to do whatever it takes. Unless you just want to replay the whole fucking game. And it might be a situation where if you beat the game and then you, like, they allow you to replay it, like, you know, like advanced mode or whatever it is, then... you might just have to collect that one thing that you missed.
No, you would have to play from the beginning.
No, I know you're going to have to complete the game, but it might be a situation where you don't have to look for the other 43 things.
Okay.
Because games do that, where if you collected them...
Not this game. I've looked into it.
Oh, no?
No.
You have to collect every single one?
It's in order. You have to... Mind you, you can go to the bosses in whatever manner you want, but it's like, no, you have to, in order to... because like I said, with the first boss, it's hard to explain without spoiling it, but it's something where if you don't collect anything, that's done. Like, it's done. Yeah, you can do like new game plus, but they don't have it. It's a very new game. This is how it is. The main thing for the totem poles, I'm calling them. They're not totem poles, but for the totem poles, the big thing is the secret ending. So
no, I get that, but. I feel like even still, you can still collect this stuff. In any game I've ever played, even if it unlocked a secret ending, you could still collect the 1 or 3 or 10 that you missed on a replay. But this game isn't allowing that.
It doesn't know.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm still fairly early. So I'm like, do I risk just going back and restart? Because I hate that. You know that, Nick. It took me fucking a year and a half to play Tales of the Borderlands again. Mm-hmm. But this game is just so immersive.
Just
and
do
I'm
it.
Like, and I think I'm just going to have
just
it.
Do it. Just don't get bored at the beginning.
No,
because you've already seen it.
The beginning, granted, I said the beginning took me about 15 minutes. The second part took me about a half hour. And then I got into... the first boss area. So it's going to be interesting because when you go to these totem poles, it gives you backstory.
Okay.
They talk to you about
flashbacks and stuff
mythology.
like that. Yeah. Okay.
Loki was blah 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 blah, son of blah 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 blah. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be.
So wait, who did you fight?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because spoilers.
But they could fight them in any order. Yeah. So why can't you tell me who'd you
I'll
fought?
tell you off air.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it. It's something where it's a game you have to, similar to Gone Home or Journey, you have to go in without knowing anything.
Why? It's Norse mythology. You can kind of assume who you're fighting.
It's not who you think.
There's thousands of their gods. Like, how do you know who I'm thinking?
How do you know it's a god?
I'm just saying. You're in hell. You're fighting somebody. In Norse mythology. It's not just... gods, there's also demons and there's trolls and there's all that type of shit. You know, anything that you've seen in Witcher is basically Norse mythology.
This is like Witcher, so you're not going to play it. If you didn't know, this is Improv Gaming. We come to you live every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Only took us a half an hour to introduce ourselves.
Live on Facebook, live on twitch.tv/improv_gaming, and live on youtube.com/improvgaming. We also come to you every Tuesday and Thursday with little 15 to 20 minute little clips of great gaming knowledge where me and Nick discuss. It's very wonderful. And without further ado, let me introduce to you the best ponytail in the business.
It's fabulous.
It's Mr. Nicholas De Jesus.
How's it going tonight, ladies and gentlemen? And without further ado, allow me to introduce the host with the most, Mr. I'm Wondering himself, with the Kango Cat in tow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Peter Anderson. Yeah, did you like that? Yeah,
What, you a
fucking
game show host? As I live and breathe.
As you live and as you breathe.
So if you're new here, welcome. What we're going to do now is go over the top news stories of the week. We have 10 items this week, Nick.
10 items? Like a farmer's acre.
A farmer's acre indeed, Nick. That's a very long beginning sentence. But I really, just to piggyback quick, definitely I want you to check out this game because it's something where I think you might give it a look for a second, but then say, you know what, this actually is going to interest me because it's got that.
Because your last recommendation sucked for me.
Witcher?
Both of them.
What was it? Witcher?
Prey and Witcher.
I did not.
No, you didn't recommend.
I said to you,
yeah,
you said, like, I'll bring it back.
you're like, no, you don't want to play this. Although, like, the reviews for Prey, like, people were, like, reviewing it very well.
Well, this game got fantastic reviews. 84 right now on Metacritic. You know,
I don't care about reviews.
I know you don't. You care about what I say.
I don't care about what you say either. Right?
Because I'm number one. Speaking about number one, Pete Way.
Oh, God, that was terrible.
Let's go to number one.
Number one.
Xbox Gamer Store offers players a way to compare their achievements with friends. But those who want to play a small number of titles, it doesn't necessarily affect their level of skill or amount of times they've devoted to the game. Because of this, Microsoft has teased that a significant change is on the way to better showcase a gamer's accomplishment.
Hey, look at that. They're going to do away with your damn gamer score. Go fuck
Nope.
yourself.
Speaking to Windows Central, Xbox Vice President revealed that Microsoft is working on something that can fundamentally change its approach to achievements.
I remember the first word I ever came across. I remember the first time I came across that word.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. We are looking towards a bigger, more meaningful change about somebody's gaming accomplishment history as a gamer on Xbox. We do a lot more to reflect and let people show their gaming history and their status, he explains. Whether it's somebody who has played online multiplayer in Halo 5 at a professional level and maybe only has 2,000 gamer scores, we want to be able to celebrate that person. You want the person to be known that he is a professional multiplayer in Halo 5 player.
Okay.
We want people to know that this person doesn't play a lot of games, but they're top 10 at Halo 5. So it's a little bit more, if you focus on a game, this is what we're going to show. It's
if I'm on the team of the opposite of you, you better be scared.
Yeah, exactly. So they're not changing anything with the gamer score. It's still going to
they're just making it not matter, essentially, right?
No, they're going to say this guy has the biggest gamer score
but like
in the world.
if you're playing, let's say you're playing Siege, right? Like you've got a group of guys that constantly only play Siege. And that example, it'd be like, these guys are fucking awesome at Siege. And this new system is going to identify that, right? So when you're in Siege against these guys, you're going to go, oh shit. So it's going to make that you don't care about their gamer score anymore. Like you're looking at their gamer score like, oh, 24,000. Doesn't matter anymore. Like now it's like, wait a minute, that guy with that really low gamer score is about to destroy me, and I'm at 24,000. It completely nullifies the gamer score.
Yeah, but it also shows appreciation to somebody who's just focusing on
because
one
it
game.
does that. It nullifies the gamer score. Because everybody looks at the gamer score like, oh, I can take that guy. Oh, I can take that guy. And then they get demolished. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, shit. Now you're just getting your gamer score nullified. Because this is going to show you if you're up against somebody that can really play, right? Like a high gamer score and a specialization is going to say, okay, this guy can play a lot of different games. It's like SATs and your high school report card, right? Your high school report card shows that you're a hard worker. Your SATs show that you're intelligent, right? Neither of them necessarily nullify the other, but certain colleges, all they care about is your SAT. They don't care about your high school report card. Other colleges only care about your high school report card. They don't care about your SAT.
And some just care about how athletic you are.
Well, if you're athletic.
I am very much. Thank you for noticing.
I wasn't.
Thank you, Nick.
I wasn't talking. It was the royal you. It was just in general, Pete.
You know, in baseball,
I think anybody can see that you're far from athletic, sir.
You know, in high school, sir, I was known to always go after the first batter in baseball.
Uh-huh.
Some say I would go
God damn it.
number 2. I'm not that number 2.
And some say you would go number 2.
Yeah.
You just wanted number 2 all over that microphone.
I did. Number 2.
Number 2.
Accessory maker Game Vice is suing Nintendo over the popular Switch console.
Mm-hmm.
Game Vice claims that the Switch uses the patent its own without its permission. According to the suit, the Switch and its removable Joy-Con controllers are too close to Game Vice's vision of a combination of a detachable game controller and its device with a flexible bridge section.
A flexible bridge section?
That is a quote.
So, it's not.
Though,
What do they mean by flexible bridge section?
Not surprisingly, the lawsuit calls for both damage and
royalties and damage.
No, the lawsuit calls for both damages and a ban on Switch sales.
Okay.
The WikiPad, which you could check out on Google, features dual analog sticks among a D-pad and 4 analog action buttons. A tablet / mogul of WIKIPAD.
Continue. I'm looking it up.
It's a tablet / mobile device slides into the device that allows you to play mobile games with the traditional console controls. Game Vice has said to have no comment on the case when it was approached by the source, and Nintendo is yet to chime in on the matter. The lawsuit was filed on April 9th, and you can read the full text online. And blah, blah, blah. So
Okay.
Did you see a picture of it?
Yeah, it looks like the dock of the Switch. I mean, this just doesn't look like I don't see what they're talking about. It looks like the dock of the Switch, and they just made an opening for the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is not the same. These are two independent Joy-Cons that communicate, have motion control, infrared sensors.
Yep.
And these guys are saying that, it's too much like ours. But
Yep.
Number one, it doesn't look like yours. Number two, it doesn't function like yours. And number three, the biggest selling point of the Joy-Con is that they're separate from each other.
Yep.
So it's not one controller unit that plugs into the console. It's two separate controller units that can act independently. Now, can you turn your controller unit into a 2-player mount? No, you can't. You can't have 2 people playing on yours. Nintendo can. Like,
You should be a spokesperson.
it doesn't even. It doesn't even fucking like. Nothing about it makes any kind of sense. Like, these guys are gonna get rammed. These guys are gonna get rammed. I think this is just a play to see if Nintendo's gonna want to settle this out of court just to not cause any noise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I was Nintendo's lawyers, I'd be like, we can win this. We can absolutely win this.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, they connect via Bluetooth. They don't connect through through an actual connection. Once the Joy-Cons are connected, that's it. They're connected. You don't need the Bluetooth. When you disconnect them is when the Bluetooth activates on the Joy-Con controllers. So these connect only through Bluetooth, and they work with any tablet, and that's kind of the point, is that you need to have what's it called? You need to have a Android tablet in order to play with. This is bullshit. Fuck you, WikiPad.
So now the WikiPad, I don't know if you know this, only has the phone or tablet and the controller.
Yeah.
When the Joy-Con and the Nintendo Switch has 2 Joy-Cons and a screen.
Yeah.
So they have 3 things. 3 things? Why, that brings up number 3.
I'm going to hurt you real, real bad.
You missed this, don't you? EA Sports has announced the release date.
Number 3.
EA Sports has announced the release date and cover star for this year's NBA Live 18. The professional basketball game will arrive on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on September 15th. A demo for the game will be available on both platforms starting now. For the cover star, it is Houston Rockets guard James Harden will grace the box. It's his first time on the cover of an NBA Live game, but shares the cover of NBA 2K16 with Steph Curry. So he's not completely new to being on a cover of a big basketball game. NBA Live is not a big basketball game anymore. NBA Live demo lets you play the rematch of the NBA Finals between the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tell me, Nick.
I don't
Steph
care.
Curry, who's on what team?
I don't care. I think Steph is on Cavaliers.
No, he's on Golden State Warriors. Good job, Nick.
Whatever.
LeBron James is on. You can also try something out called The Rise, which is a prologue to the game's The One mode. Progress you make in the demo can transfer to the full game. During the demo limited time, live events will take place that offer special rules, rewards, and characters. You know, Nick, I never played Fallout 3.
I don't know why you would even go with that. I mean, it was basketball. Why wouldn't you talk about the Final Four?
Nick, I never played Fallout 3. But you know what? I might want to play Fallout 4. Number 4. Already, come on.
I'm not doing it.
Pete,
number 4.
It might surprise you to realize that Fallout 4 doesn't have some kind of Game of the Year edition. Boom, it worked. Both as Fallout 3 and New Vegas have a Game of the Year edition. For a game that receives great deal of acclaim, was widely popular in its November 2015 release, it's sort of a thing to seem inevitable, or indeed we'll finally see one. Bethesda has announced that Fallout, the Game of the Year edition, a bundle of all the 6 DLCs, which come Nuka World and the Vault-Tec Workshop and Far Harbor and Wasteland Workshop and all that stuff,
and blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah.
and blah-de-blah-de-blah, will also come with mod support and a survival mode.
Mod support and a survival mode.
So if you're a big fan and never played Fallout 4, this is your chance. The Game of the Year edition will be available for PC, PS4, and Xbox One on September 26th. Bethesda tells that the game will be $60. Not surprising for a Game of the Year edition. That's usually what it is. Alongside this version, though, Nick, there's more.
Uh-oh.
Those who missed out on the hard-to-find Pit-Boy edition will have another chance to get their hands on it. A limited number will be sold in North America at selected but not specific retailers. The Pit-Boy edition famously includes the wearable wrist mount, which you can lock your phone into and, have it as your Pit-Boy.
Sounds good.
This new version will be priced at $100, and it will include the Game of the Year edition, which also launches on September 26th.
I thought there wasn't going to be a Game of the Year edition.
No, there is a Game of the Year edition coming out September 26th. Nick, how many fingers do you have on your left hand?
Technically 4.
Oh.
This is a thumb.
Ooh. Well, I'll add my middle finger to that to make it 5.
Number 5.
In Friday the 13th, a survival horror game based on the classic horror film franchise, the players assume the role of the iconic serial killer Jason, who must hunt down 7 other playing happy little
Is
fucking...
this good news about this, or
No.
is this bad news about this?
About the taking down the camp counselors. However, this isn't the only way of being able to murder in this game. Camp counselors can kill one another as well using various weapons they find. Mm-hmm. This has led to some players desperately killing their teammates during online matches.
Why do they kill their teammates?
Certain things like, say there's 4 people and the boat can only carry 3, somebody will kill another member so they can jump in the boat as the 3rd member.
Oh, okay.
You get what I mean?
Like they're running up the hill and they see the boat about to take off and they take out one of them and then jump
on the boat. Exactly.
Gotcha.
So this led to some players deliberately killing their teammates during online matches, an issue that has become prevalent that publisher Gun Media will be removing this feature in a future patch.
You know what I'd like them for them to do?
What?
Allow me to run while aiming my gun. How about you patch that shit? I'll be back. I need to get some more batteries. But number 6, just in case I'm gone.
Don't worry, I'll take over. Don't worry, though. However, players can still kill one another by running them over with a car. Because, cars also work. Nick, I played a lot of indie games this week. And not to mention, there's been a lot of Switch love. Of course, I'm getting the collector's edition of Sonic Mania on this Nintendo Switch. I've also played My Name is Mayo, which I platinumed both versions of. I also played Life is Strange Also platinum that. So, Nick, counting this, it makes me think there's 6 indie games I played. 6 games? Why, yes, Nick.
6 games of what?
Indie games.
No
So-
shit, I heard that part. Why does this matter?
Because number 6.
Number 6. Did you really drag that shit out so long that Oh,
Super
my
Meat
goodness.
Boy developer Meat Team has announced the Switch version on Twitter today.
That was cool.
So if you're in...
Was it today? Was it actually today, or was
No,
it the
it
day
was-
that
it
this
was this
article was
week.
read?
It was this
Written?
I don't rarely do that, but I messed up there. So yeah, definitely check that out if you haven't played Super Meat Boy. But you know, Nick, before I got my 3 platinums this week, of course that's in 2 games of This Is Mayo. My Name Is Mayo and Life is Strange. I had
A platinum in Tekken 7.
Tekken 7. Well, also, I'd platinum in this next game, number 7.
Number 7.
Nintendo's eShop is getting a critical acclaimed hack and slash adventure called Severed today.
Oh, did you get a platinum in Severed? Yeah,
I did platinum Severed. I don't know if you know this. I also platinum Horizon Zero Dawn, Taken 7, Severed, couple of games. I'm on. My streak is bounding, Nick.
What the fuck do you mean bounding?
Let me
That
just-
means that it's contained within a bound that you cannot get out of. And that's what that means. That's completely the opposite of what you meant to say. You know what you should stop hitting? Those buttons and start hitting some books.
Ooh. I like to make up words that don't make sense. So now I do have to tell you this though. Me and Joe are actually now in a platinum war.
Are you guys really?
Yeah. He so much so he was going to buy My Name Is Mayo from the PlayStation Network just to get.
Jesus Christ.
So now we're on a platinum war.
Okay, good. At least somebody would go to war with you. Me, I wasn't. I was
So
not.
we got to do the parameters. I'm thinking 20 platinum trophies, and then we'll call it. Might take a little bit of time, but I plan on.
Why is there parameters? It's an ongoing race. Like whoever's doing better at this stage in life is
But
the
I must
winner
win.
for that stage of life, right?
must
like
win.
it's like life, Pete. I mean, if you're
I
gonna
must
be gamer for life, then you have to treat it like as such.
So for this game, Severed, Nintendo Switch players can pick it up in North America and Europe this week, and it's $15. So not bad. Not a very bad price. Now, Severed is a first-person dungeon crawler that came out last year, first on the PlayStation Vita. Vita love. That's another question I have for you in a couple minutes. And then on the Wii U, 3DS, and iOS devices. At its core is a touchscreen interface and colorful art, both which is displayed in the game's new Nintendo Switch trailer. Now, there is a problem though, Nick.
What's the problem, Pete?
You cannot mount this to your dock. You can only play Severed in handheld mode.
Okay. So
Just-
what's the problem, Pete?
If you try to dock it, it will say you have to put it in handheld mode.
Okay.
I'm just letting people know.
Okay.
The Switch is not so switchable. It's right now
Well,
called...
only in this game.
There's another game. I
What's
can't
the
think of
facts or it didn't happen.
But it's all right. I just want to let you guys know that you can't platinum Severed on the Switch. But if you get it for the Vita, you can. Talking about the Vita,
Talking about the Vita,
I have a thought, Nick.
what's your thought?
Now, Sonic Mania comes out in 2 days.
Okay.
As of recording this.
Okay.
I got the collector's edition, but Walmart has decided to ship it to me September 26th when the game releases. Because Walmart.
Okay.
So, after I play Uncharted, The Lost Legacy, coming out August 22nd, I will have basically a good month and a half until a game comes out. Sonic Mania, also South Park, and
If it comes out.
Yes, and Mario Odyssey and all this. So do you think in that time I should play my last Vita game before?
What is the last Vita game?
Wait. Because my last Vita game I just played was My Name Is Mayo. I don't know if you know this, Nick. I just platinumed My Name Is Mayo.
I mean, you've only said it 300 times. You've said it more than we have topics of news.
So my thought is to put my,
It's no longer news that you platinum My Name Is Mayo, Pete. Twice. We all know.
my
Because
thought
you've said it so many times.
my thought process
More than we have
is
items
should
for
should-
the...
Da.
news.
So, in that span of a month and a half, I'm thinking about playing.
I
I'm so
threw you
excited.
off.
I can't help it. I'm so excited to start Persona 4 Golden. So do you think?
Oh God.
Yeah.
There's not enough time in the universe for that.
So do you think that's a mistake?
Then yeah. I mean, it's a mistake in that like you said you only have a month.
Month and a half.
Yeah, I don't know if that's enough time. I mean, that might be enough time to like possibly get through the tutorial.
Oh, you would know from personal experience.
No, for you, no, I think you'll get through the tutorial very quickly.
Because I'm a good gamer, unlike you.
No, because you'll think that you got through the tutorial, you'll come back and be like, that wasn't so bad, and I'll be like, wait for it. And then you'll get to like your first like real battle and be like, oh, it was like a dating sim until this point. Okay, I get it now. No, I think you'll get through the tutorial a little bit faster. But at the same time, like the game itself is an in-depth game. Like that's what it takes pride on is that it's that classic JRPG style of game where you're sitting there forever playing the game.
Well, it's about 85 to 90 hours to complete the main story.
Yeah. So how long did you take for Witcher? About a month and a half? No, you took longer with Witcher.
No, Witcher I was done within 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, but you were entertained by Witcher. I don't know if you're going to be entertained by Persona.
From what I've heard, and please let us know in the comments if you played it, is Persona 4 Golden is the reason to buy a Vita, and it was fantastic.
All right, well,
So
I have my copy, so if you want it.
I have mine too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember? Because I was like, I thought you were going to play, and then you're like, I can't play this game.
I can't
3 hours of tutorials. Get the hell out of here. But, you know, normally, it's an 80-hour game, Nick, but normally my games I like to play are around 8 to 10 hours. 8? That brings us to number 8.
Number 8. Thank God this is almost over.
Did I say 10? I meant 14. The number of Xbox 360 games have grown because of backwards compatibility. We're going to add 3 games to that, but really there's only one that I'm going to mention because that's the only one that matters.
Mm-hmm.
The newest backwards compatible is Batman Arkham Origins.
Okay.
Everything else, really not worth it.
What else? What is everything else?
Deadliest Warrior of the game.
Okay.
Fighting Vipers.
What the fuck is Fighting Vipers? I thought you said there was only 3.
And Disney Bolt.
Oh, yeah, Disney Bolt. I remember hearing about that. That's useless. Like, why would... Like, is Microsoft trying to get on Disney good side or something? Trying to get that Marvel licensing?
Well, you know what they did is they've been putting out a lot of Disney movies lately. And within the last month on Netflix, they've actually put out 9 Disney movies on Netflix?
I think you pulled that number out of your ass, Pete. I don't think you actually went through Netflix and counted how many Disney movies were released this last month. You're so full of shit, Pete. You just number 2'd all over that microphone again.
Number 9.
Number 9.
It was rumored last week that Spotify was finally coming to Xbox One. And this week we have received confirmation that the music streaming app has officially launched on Microsoft
More
console.
non-video game shit for the Xbox One.
It's been a long time coming as Spotify went live on PlayStation 2 years ago. However,
PlayStation 2? Wow. Wow, that's an accomplishment.
PlayStation 4
shit.
2 years ago.
Spotify.
However,
got
it's
the
better
power
late
of
than
time
never.
travel, Spotify.
And now Xbox One players can access their Spotify playlist while gaming too. The Xbox One app works like the PlayStation 4 apps. You can leave it running in the background while playing games, essentially creating your own custom soundtrack.
You better be able to.
Just remember to take off your in-game music.
You better be able to.
Finally, we come to the last topic.
Do you hear that?
Yes.
The 2 little like purse dogs like barking at each other like wild animals.
Nick, I don't know if you know this. Horizon Zero Dawn is my game of the year as of right now.
Uh-huh. Well,
And
technically speaking, not really. It's got a contender.
Yeah, it does. Oh, God, I can't wait. I'm definitely going to replay it.
If you're saying that this is your game of the year, well, then again, the last game of the year you recommended, I was just like, I don't see it.
What was mine?
The Witcher.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What was
The
mine
last one that I
year?
played that you recommended was Witcher. I think 2 years ago, well, a year ago, wasn't it Arkham Knight? It wasn't Arkham Knight?
No, it wasn't Arkham Knight. I wouldn't give it to Arkham Knight. I believe I gave it. It wasn't Uncharted.
Was it?
Did I give it to Uncharted?
You might have.
We got to check that out. I didn't write it down.
It's almost like it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
Really? Nothing.
No, I'm not gonna give you satisfaction because Horizon Zero Dawn is my game of the year, Nick. And when I review my games, I do it out of a 10 scale. And surprise, surprise, Horizon got a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Number 10.
That was so much more than like, it felt like 10 years ago.
Wait, because it makes sense. It makes sense.
No,
Say
it
number
doesn't.
10, Nick. Say number 10.
Number 10.
Following its reveal in E3 in June, Horizon Zero Dawn. See how I get it all back together.
No.
First expansion now has a release date. The Frozen Wilds is due out November 7th. Happy birthday, Grandma.
Awesome.
That's my grandma's birthday, so I'm going to be
awesome.
playing that
The
game.
Frozen Wilds. That's the one with the expansion about
Yes.
The
Yes.
tribe that we really wanted to know about.
A story-based DLC expansion was announced not too long after Horizon's release, but wasn't until E3 that we learned about the winter theme that takes Aloy to the north. It features new areas, new story content, side quests, and more. I can't wait to jump back into this world, Nick. I cannot wait. I can't wait, Nick.
I heard you the first 3 times.
If you didn't know, you can get it right now on PlayStation 4, pre-ordered for only $14.99. If you wait, it's only $20. If you wait a little bit, but get it, it's a steal for $14.99, I believe. Nick, that ends the top news stories of the week.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you know what's coming out this week, tune off.
Really, we're there already?
Are we?
No.
Where are we at now?
Way back in gaming's past.
Oh my God. We're doing that? Shit.
Do you not want to?
I thought 2 weeks would fucking like make you forget about that and us trying to come up with the title for that thing.
There's not a lot of good games, I will admit.
Okay.
So
What happened in gaming's past?
I'm just going to hit a couple.
Okay. Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you have a trivia question for today?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. All right. So now I know what's on the agenda so that then I don't make a buffoon out of myself.
But it's after new releases.
How is it after the new releases?
Because I wanted to switch that up.
No, it's not after the new releases, Pete. I tell people to tune out before the new releases.
August 19, 2001, Madden NFL 2002 came out.
Oh, wow.
That's just a throwaway.
Wow.
There was not a lot of good games that came out in this
Wow.
week.
That's
August
phenomenal,
18th,
Pete.
2002, Buffy the Vampire Slayer came out.
Oh, my God. That was an amazing game. The way that it revolutionized taking shitty series and turn them into video games.
Now we get to the good stuff. 10 years ago, August 14, 2007, Persona 3 was released.
Okay.
So I figured it was very fitting for the conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
August 19, 2009, Shadow Complex was released.
Oh, okay. All right. These are getting a little bit better.
August 15, 2012, Dust
An Elysian Tale?
was released.
Throw the boa. No,
No,
Dust
that's
Elysian
totally
Tale.
wrong.
Yeah, but I did like Dust. Dust
I
was
loved
fucking
that
amazing.
Dust. That was great.
Yeah, that was great. That was
such an
phenomenal.
enjoyable
I loved
game.
it.
August 19, 2012, new Super Mario Brothers 2 for the 3DS came out.
Cool.
And finally, August 15, 2013, Gone Home was first released.
Nice. Very nice.
We come now to the question of the week.
Question of the week.
A couple weeks ago, we asked, what was the first video game system to
We never
use...
gave him an answer, Pete?
No.
Oh, my God.
I changed the channel.
You gotta give him an answer.
What was the first video game system to use DVD technology? Nick, what is your answer?
First video game system to use DVD technology. PlayStation 2.
You are correct. This is a softball question this week.
That was a softball question.
Well, it's going to get even better. Dante is from what franchise?
Dante's Inferno. No? Is that not the answer you had in mind? Was that? There's 2 answers to your question, Pete.
I'm not done with my question. Dante is from what franchise? Who has a brother named Virgil?
Dante's Inferno. The guide in Dante's Inferno is you don't know that Devil May Cry is based on Dante's Inferno, like the comedies.
Don't know the answer. Fine, I'll give you one better.
That's way too vague. There's like 6 different answers to
Fine,
that.
I got one better. Master Chief is from what franchise? Comment below for a shout out on the channel.
You couldn't just like say like Sergeant Johnson or something like that. Like that would have been a
Commander Shepard.
So which one is it? Commander Shepard, Master Chief, or Dante?
I'm thinking. How many characters were in the original Super Smash Brothers for the N64?
How many characters were in the original Super Smash Brothers for the N64? That's a good one. That's a good one.
I just thought of it.
That I don't know why you went with those softballs before. Like,
hold on, tag me in. If you know what's coming out, go away. But for you guys that want to know, it's time for the new releases of the week.
Why do I sound like a pirate?
I don't know. I want to read a couple because it wouldn't be me without reading. Just a couple. What sounds good?
Nothing.
Dark Mysteries. Comes out for PlayStation 4 Digital. Dark Mysteries is a fun, challenging puzzle platformer with 35 exciting levels. Find true love in an adventure of dark mystery.
Wow. That's what I think of that. There's a dark mystery for you.
Oh, that's definitely a
what
game
did I
you're
eat for
gonna
dinner?
Finally, Sonic Mania. You know what? You can read that one.
Really?
Because I'm going to comment now for the rest of them. So I bring this over to Mr. Nicholas De Jesus, the best ponytail in the business. While you get situated, I'm going to tell you that Improv Gaming is live right now on Facebook. Also twitch.tv/improv_gaming. And also on youtube.com/improv.
New releases, week of August 15th, 2007. Now that's how you stop somebody. 3D Mini Golf. PS4 Digital.
Is it in 3D?
No. 2D.
Okay, thank you, Nick.
No problem. Master an entertaining match on more than just 54 challenging holes. Pete knows that answer. 18 of which faithfully modeled after official courses in the real world.
How many holes does the human body have? You're trying to count, aren't you, right now?
Pierced or unpierced?
Ooh, unpierced.
Unpierced? I'm going to say 9.
You are correct.
Okay. Agents of Mayhem. PS4, digital and retail.
Do they have 9 holes?
They don't look. I think one of them is pierced, so maybe 10.
Okay.
Agents of Mayhem is the latest open-world third-person action game from the creators of Saint Rose franchise. Run a no-holds-barred operation against shadowy supervillain organization known only as the Legion and their mysterious leader, the Morning Star.
I do like that. Morning Star sounds like a badass. The Legion sounds
Does
like
it?
a badass.
Does it? You know what it sounds like to me? Vegetarian food from the frozen department.
Yeah.
Cities. Skyline. PlayStation 4 digital.
This sounds like nachos from the Lunchables that you liked when you were a kid, but then you grew up realizing that it wasn't for you.
Morningstar or Cities Skylines?
City Skyline.
PS4 digital. Cities Skylines puts you in charge of a growing city. Design, build, and manage the city of your dreams, from public services to civic policies, and change yourself to grow. Challenge yourself to grow. From a simple town to a bustling metropolitan hub.
Should I get you a book?
SimCity.
It's Sims. Yeah, that's why I said nachos. You either get the nachos.
I like SimCity. I want a SimCity.
Yeah. Are you going to get Sims 4 when it comes on?
No, I don't like Sims. I like SimCity. I don't like Sims. Fuck that noise.
I'm going to get Sims 4 for the
I don't
console.
care. Fuck that noise. I want a SimCity.
I'm going to make
Dark Mystery, PS4 digital.
Really? Sounds like a great game. Does it have 35 levels?
It does have 35 exciting levels.
Where you find true love?
That's what it thinks it says. Defenders of Ekron. PS4 digital. Defenders of Ekron mixes the classic action of shmup. It says shmup. I shit you not. Of a shmup. And the exploration of an adventure game. I guess they mean shoot 'em up. It says shmup.
I don't know if you know this, Nick. You also run a YouTube channel. You should know what.
I've never heard shmup in my life. And if you've heard shmup, I've seen shoot 'em up. I have never heard shmup.
Well, I'll explain what schmuck is.
Yeah,
You know
shoot
when
'em
you-
up. We get it.
When you have tomato sauce and it falls on the ground and makes a splash, and then at that same time, a jar of mayo,
Including
falls
Dungeons
on-
and Sci-Fi Experience.
and the mayo and the tomato
Did
sauce.
you do this one, the Hunt? No, you just did the Dark Mystery, right? Sure. Eliassi's Hunt. PS4 digital. Inspired by classic action games like Metal Slug and Crash Bandicoot, Eliassi's Hunt delivers smooth gameplay, beautifully crafted graphics, and cutting-edge technology. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing 2.
There was a first one?
There was a first one, apparently. PS4 digital.
It's in your bargain bin at your
And the
local
second
grocery
part
store.
of the unfolding Van Helsing saga that
Get
could
the
only
fuck outta
be
here.
enjoyed independently. You can explore newcomers of this unique world and experience the mix of old school gothic and mad science with more action, powerful foes, and plenty of stunning places to visit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wait a minute, what?
What?
Matterfall, PS4 digital.
You didn't know that was coming out?
I didn't know that was coming out.
Are you excited now?
I'm very excited now. Blast through explosive waves of contemporary arcade action in this rapid-fire twin-stick shooter. As a hero for hire, survive high-intensity side-scrolling war zones in vertical cities overrun by a mysterious smart matter. I'm no longer excited that this is coming out.
I knew you weren't going to
The
be.
E3 did not display this at all. This is psychopathic. Fuck. Nidhogg, too.
Are you mad?
Yeah, PS4 digital. The rum has returned into must feed. I guess they want me to say worm, but that's not how you spell worm. The rum has returned and it must feed. Shed your garments and paint the walls with the flesh of your enemies, for only one can be worthy of sacrifice. Only one enemy? So
Yeah, it's a one-on-one.
Oh. Okay.
I played the original. It was all right.
Night Trap.
Thank you
25th
for
anniversary
interrupting me,
edition.
Nick.
That's what I do best. PS4 digital. Night Trap tells the story of 5 teenage girls spending the weekend at the Martian home. As
Martian,
a member,
huh?
Yeah, that's right. As a member of the Special Control Attack Team, your job is to monitor the home and protect the girls using an intricate system of cameras and traps as it is being invaded by vampires. So Five Nights at Freddy, but not. Observer, PS4 digital. What would you do if your fears were hacked? The year is
Call the
2084.
government.
You are Daniel Lazarski, an elite neural detective known as an observer, whose purpose is to hack and invade suspects' minds.
It's their mind.
Yeah, because it has the apostrophe after the S. Paranormal Activity, The Lost Soul, PSVR digital.
Good God, you're still reading.
Yeah, I know. Engineered from conception for VR, The Lost Soul immerses you in a terrifying, realistic environment with haunting atmosphere and the need to survive. With very limited guidance, your free movement enables you to discover the secrets that lie in this house of horror. The Pillars of Earth. PS4 digital.
I want that to be caught on the mic. Just in the middle of the video, just
Based on Ken Follett's world's bestseller, The Pillars of Earth retells the story of the village of Kingsbridge in a whole new way. Play as Jack, Eliana, and Philip, and change.
I can't play as Jill?
You can't, because she's up the hill. And change the events of the book through exploration, decision-making, and dialogues. Sonic Mania! PS4 digital.
And everything else.
Experience the ultimate celebration of past and future in Sonic Mania, an all-new 2D Sonic adventure running at a crisp 60 frames per second with stunning HD retro-style graphics. Sudden Strike 4, PS4 digital and retail. Sudden Strike is back. The beloved RTS series returns, this time with bigger battlefields, more units, better graphics, new scenarios, and legendary commanders. Tokyo 42, PS4 digital. Tokyo 42 is a hyper-stylish isometric open-world shooter. Framed for a murder you didn't commit, you delve into a world of assassins, deadly corporate intrigue, and tactical cats? Undertale. PS4, PS Vita, digital.
Cross-buy, cross-save?
Doesn't say.
Motherfuckers.
Maybe it will in the description. The PC classic Undertale comes to PS4. Explore a rich RPG world
And
full
Vita.
of strange... It doesn't say Vita. It says PS4. Strange and delightful characters where violence isn't the only answer. dance with a slime, pet a dog, whisper your favorite secret to a knight, or ignore all of that and rain destruction upon your foes. The choices are yours, but are you determined enough to prevail? Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. PS4, digital retail, $8.18. Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma features diabolic new puzzles and fully animated story sections that push the boundaries of interactive storytelling. Newcomers and familiar faces round out a robust cast of characters, while English and Japanese voice-over options flesh out the narrative.
What's pick of the week, Nick?
Pick of the week, Undertale.
Astro Boy.
Okay.
Sonic Mania. Which I will be getting my collector's edition sometime in 2020.
Yeah, sometime in 2020.
If you didn't know, this is the Sunday Live show. Sunday Live every time at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also come to you every Tuesday, Thursday with 15 to 20 minute little chunks of great goodness where you can digest, go down into your belly, and then it comes out the poopy side.
Number 2 all over the microphone.
Number 2 all over the microphone. I don't know if you guys know this. I've said it maybe once or twice on the show.